and welcome back to my channel. Today is such a beautiful day and I have a lot planned. I'm thinking this is going to be a little bit of a cozy weekend vlog because I have quite a few things on, so it's the perfect time to share. And the reason I want to share is because tomorrow I'm actually doing my second makers market, and I will be having all of my products that I'm creating with Sorella Mane & Co. And today I'm actually going to be putting all of those products together. So I thought it would be the perfect time to show you that process and just go through what I'm doing and the reason behind my products. If you haven't already seen some of my previous videos, I was actually diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. I'm currently on my 7th round of chemotherapy, and it has definitely been a journey, but Sorella Mane & Co. was born during that process, which I absolutely love. It's my little baby at the moment. Among other things, with moving and getting ready to pack up this house and buy new furniture and getting to our next home, this has sort of been my little creative outlet during the whole process. So Sorella Mane & Co. was started from one idea, and that idea was my hair growth serum. And the hair growth serum I started making like a year and a half ago because I was so sick of actually spending a ridiculous amount on hair growth serums to get results but not have it work the way I wanted it to work. So I started to play with my own formulation. I'm actually a beauty therapist, so I understood how the hair growth cycles worked, what needed to be put into a hair growth serum to make it work. Now, this isn't a peptide-based serum, it is just an essential oil-based serum. But the point of the essential oils that go in the ratio that they go in, is to extend the hair growth phase. So we have different phases of hair growth. I won't go into the nitty-gritties because it is a little boring, but the one we want to focus on is the hair growth phase. So it's working to stimulate that, to lengthen that, and that's where you can get more growth a little bit quicker than you would not using a hair growth serum. And on top of the hair growth benefits, it's also so nourishing for your hair to do scalp oiling. And that's pretty much the concept that I am trying to explain to people on how to use it, is to do like a nourishing oil treatment when you wash your hair and have it as like a pre-treatment to washing. So you put it in overnight, you sleep with it, it works its magic, and then in the morning you double cleanse it out with a good shampoo, and your hair is just so silky, shiny and soft after it because of all the nourishing oils. But you're also getting, in a long-term effect, that hair growth. So that's a little bit about my serum. It's called Nourish because I really wanted it to be something that is nourishing for the hair. Within that serum is 5 different base ingredients, and then I have the 4 essential oils. So it's a base of almond oil, argan oil, jojoba, vitamin E, and calendula. And I steep the calendula flowers in the oil for 3 weeks before I remove the flowers. And once I remove the flowers, which we're doing today, is when we put the essential oils in, and that's when I bottle it up. So I wanted to show you that process. And on top of that, I'm also doing my own candles because I wanted to have the same experience everyone else gets with candles, but in a very safe and non-toxic way. I can't stand fragrance, I can't stand anything chemical, and probably 99% of the candles on the market are toxic and chemical based. Fragrances, you have no idea where they came from. And I wanted something that I could safely burn during chemotherapy. So I already live a non-toxic life, have a non-toxic home, and I even didn't want soy in my candles because soy can, even if you can get organic soy, it's still a little bit controversial. So I actually wanted my candles to be coconut based. Now they do probably burn a slight bit quicker, but it's not your standard coconut oil that you have in a jar. It's a little bit different and it doesn't have a coconut smell. So these ones are a proper coconut candle wax, all organic, Australian sourced. And within that, I've put 3 different essential oils, all organic, again, Australian sourced, that I like the smell of. So I've made it for me, but I've also made it something that other people will hopefully be drawn to, because I've put 3 different notes within that candle. So in candles, you actually have top notes, middle notes, and base notes, and that's how the candle burns. So top notes are usually citrusy, middle notes are usually your floral, and then your base notes, which are the ones that last the longest, are usually earthy. So within my candle, I've put wild orange, I've put Palmarosa, and I've put petitgrain. And they all sort of belong to the citrus floral family, but petitgrain has that nice woody undertone without being something like cedarwood or sandalwood or something too earthy, because I don't like that. In my home, I want something fresh, I want something floral, I want something fragrant, and that's what I've created. So I'm going to show you that process. I haven't made the big ones before with the wood wicks, so I'm going to be doing that today, and I'll just show you how I go. As I said, I'm just making them from home, so everything's real and raw, but I've got my little candle burning in the background. It smells beautiful, and I am excited to share them at the market tomorrow. So it's Mother's Day next week, and I will have a few different things on offer. I will show you my setup, but I'm going by myself tomorrow, and I'm not sure how much content I'll get to film, because you just get so caught up chatting to people. You get, like, within the market itself, you just get so caught up in that. And I just have so much fun creating and talking to people about non-toxic living, how my brand started, and before you know it, you've just chatted your whole day away. So that's probably what will happen. As I said, I'm not sure how much footage I'll get, but I'll show you what I can. And apart from that, I'm also going to be doing a couple of hauls. I'm going to be shopping for some furniture for our brand new home. So I'll take you along with us there, and I will throw in a few little bits and pieces that may interest you. So I'm going to have some breakfast. I'm gonna make a nice, beautiful, fresh smoothie. The recipe is in one of my previous videos. And then after that, I'm going to get stuck into creating my serums and candles. So these are the essential oils that I've mixed up. And this is just what it looks like on the stove. So we're just waiting for the wax to melt, and then I'll be putting my essential oils in, and then I will pop them into the jars. So this is what they're currently looking like. Unfortunately, the wax is a beautiful plain coconut wax, but with the essential oils, it's actually gone quite yellow, which I'm a little bit sad about, because I wanted a nice pure white color, but that's okay. So now I'm just doing the smaller jars. I'm doing the 8-ounce jars. This has been a very big process, but it's kind of fun, and they smell incredible. So I'm very excited to get these to the market tomorrow. I still have to put on the labels, and I'm also in the process of draining my hair oil that I steep. So I steep the calendula in the oil for 3 weeks, then I drain it, and then I do a second strain, and then I put the hair growth serum oils into the oil. So I've had some good feedback so far, which is amazing. And yeah, this is what we're working with at the moment. It's a little bit of a mess, but I love creative messes. So we'll see how we go. So these are how the candles are looking. They actually dried down really nicely, but I do regret not cutting the wicks before putting them in. But I do love how these turned out. So this is how they look. Oh, I need to put that down properly. So this is how the candles look. They're just in these gorgeous frosted jars. And obviously I'm not finished with them yet, but I think these look stunning. So I'm very excited to take these to the market tomorrow. I'm on to my hair serums. I have already poured 6 bottles of the growth serum. We are halfway through the jug, and we have got 6 more bottles to go. I'll probably have some left over, but that's okay because I can store that for the next market. But we are definitely on a roll. We're getting there. It's been a big day. Preparing for markets is no joke. It's full on, but it's actually quite enjoyable. So these are done, and I've given them all a clean. And now I just have to get everything organized. So this is currently what it's looking like. I have got stuff everywhere, and this is just the joys of markets. I just got back from the market and what a beautiful day that was. I am on such a high. The people there are so lovely and you just meet so many gorgeous souls that are on the same journey, been through a similar journey, that know people that have been through a journey, and I just love meeting new people and sharing my goodies, sharing my experience, and just being in a different environment, especially when you're going through chemotherapy in your home every day. It is nice to just get out there and see lots of different people. So I ended up selling, I think in the end it was 9 hair serums. I sold 2 candles and I sold 2 of my gift boxes. So it was actually a pretty good day. There was lots of people and I'm just so grateful for anyone that stopped by, that chatted, that purchased something from me, that supported me, that passed on kind words, that helped me set up my stall. There are just so many amazing people, and shout out to my mum who comes and sits with me for 4 hours and helped me pack up. So that was lovely, and I'm just so grateful for all the people in my life. We are just so blessed, and I just think that we don't appreciate that as often as we should. I am just waiting for Lucas to get ready. We're just about to go to Narre Warren, which is about an hour from here, and we're going to have a look for some furniture. So when we move into our new home, we're going to need a new couch, possibly 2, because we're going to have 2 living areas. We're going to need a new couch, a new table and chairs, because I've had mine for like 10 to 15 years and it's definitely time to replace it. And we're also going to just have a look at styles and coffee tables and bits and pieces that we want in our home. Possibly not going to get all of that today, of course, just going to have a look and see the styles we're into. And I am looking to bring an organic, modern, luxury feel into the home, but still slightly relaxed because we're going to be on a property. But that's the feel we're going for, and my partner is on board for that, so that makes me very happy. So I'll take you guys with me. I'll see what footage I can get. Sometimes I get a little bit caught up in the excitement of it all and forget to bring out my camera pretty much every time, but I'll see what video footage I can get for you, and I'll see how we go shopping. Let's hope we don't spend too much, but I'm excited to just get out there, have a look, sit on some couches and enjoy our day.
Scotch, I'm a farmer.
Are you a farmer? Farmer Lucas. I would open this up for you, but I've been told it has to stay in the box until we move, which is fair enough. So we got a new set of Baccarat pots and pans. I have had mine for years and I think they're the best. And this set was down from, let's see if we can find the price. This was originally $1,130. And we got it for, I think, $400. So that was quite a steal. And it just comes with, I think it came with 3 different size pans and then 2 different size pots. I already have one of the smaller ones as well. And then you've got your steamer, which I've already got one of those, but that's okay. And yeah, it's all PTFE free. It's free from PFOA and it is 100% stainless steel, non-toxic. I do like the look of the other range they have better, but This one is all stainless steel, and I just can't go past stainless steel every time. So not as aesthetically pleasing, but definitely worth it and something you have for a very long time. Back home, we have had such a big day. It was a lot, furniture shopping, going back and forth, making up our mind, going online, comparing prices, and then actually just making the decision to buy the couch. So yes, we brought a couch. It obviously didn't take us very long. It was the first shop we went into. It was the first couch we sat on, and we went to like multiple other stores after that, and nothing was the same as that first couch. And that's kind of how it happens for Lucas and I. We usually go somewhere and it's the first thing we look at, it's the first thing we are interested in, and it's usually the best option. So it was 25% off store-wide, so we actually got $1,000 off the couch, and we ended up with a 5-seater, but it's like extra large, so the seating spaces are bigger than a normal size. And we got a sectional, and it's sort of like a corner couch. Most of the sectionals you see are. And it also come with a large ottoman. So I didn't really want the ottoman, but my partner wanted the ottoman, so we got the ottoman, and he's happy. I wanted it to be a couch that he was going to be comfortable on, because for me, I just like the look of a couch. It doesn't really bother me how, like, I don't want to sit on something uncomfortable, but a couch is a couch at the end of the day. So it looks beautiful. I hope it fits into our theme. It is more of a relaxed style couch than it is a super modern couch, but we're going to have lots of little kids around, and I wanted a couch that was durable, that looked beautiful, but also very comfortable. So we got that one from Freedom. I'll insert a little photo. As I said, I didn't end up getting very little footage at all, which is a shame, but that's just what happens when you're out and about and you're immersed in your day, which is nice. My partner and I don't get a lot of days together, so it was nice to have that day together and just be in the moment and enjoy. So we got the couch, and we also got a Baccarat pots and pan set that I've already showed you, which we needed desperately. So we've got that, and we saw some beautiful tables and chairs, and we got a really good idea of what we want. I'll show you some footage of what I actually am looking for. I just need to find the right piece. And we also probably need to get into the home before we purchase the table and chairs, because we really need to make sure it's going to fit. And I know I pretty much want an oval shaped table, only because the space we're putting the table into is large, but it's quite narrow, and I think something too rectangular and boxy is going to close the space in too much, but something circle is going to look odd. So I think a beautiful round table, oval table is going to look perfect in that spot. And also that's quite in at the moment. So I have some ideas. I'm just not sure if I want wood, like a nice soft wood, or if I want more of like a white look to it, or travertine. They all sort of fall within my style, but I'm still considering what I'm gonna go with. And for the chairs, I love a linen or like a boucle or a fabric, but I'm very worried about, one, the wear on the chairs, and two, the cleanability of a chair. So obviously you can put the sprays on, and with our couch we actually got the fabric spray because they're quite non-toxic, and we also got a 5-year warranty. So if anything gets ripped or damaged or anything spilt on the couch and you cannot get it out, they will replace that part of the couch for free multiple times. Like anytime you need it, they'll replace it within that 5 years. And that was only $150 to get that, and for me that was such an amazing peace of mind. So I'm very happy to do that with the couch. So I wasn't so stressed about getting something lighter. But with the chairs, I almost want that fake leather, just because I feel like it's so much easier to keep clean. Like my chairs now I've had for such a long time, and they are the fake leather, and although they have lots of wear on them from the sun, The only part that is damaged is the fabric from the sun. Otherwise, they look so good, and you just need a magic eraser to get any marks off them because they're the fake leather. So I'm really tossing up what I'm gonna do with the chairs. So if you have any suggestions, or if you have any experience with fabric chairs, keeping them clean, let me know, because my partner's a concreter and he's going to be outside a lot. There's going to be dirt on his hands, I'm sure, at some point on those chairs. And we also are gonna have lots of little kids around. So I need something durable but also looks beautiful. So definitely let me know if you have any options, put them in the comments below. But apart from that, it was such a lovely day. I got so much inspiration and I just want to get into our home. So I'm very excited for the next 2 months to fly by. I have a room full of items that I'm collecting slowly. I need to probably slow down because I'm gonna have so much to move, and end of financial year sales are coming up when we move. So I'm also excited for that. And I think I'm gonna call it here for tonight. I'm gonna show you what we have for dinner. And for tonight's dinner, I think we are going to have, or I'm going to have, baked sweet potato with some mince, some coriander, some onion, some salsa, some lime or lemon, and avocado. I think that's gonna be my dinner tonight, and I absolutely love it. I could eat that every night on repeat for the rest of my life probably. And it's so nourishing, especially for a female. It's got all of the nutrients that you need. And I think my partner, he's going to have fish that he caught the other day and probably some homemade chips. So I always do 2 dinners because I'm always eating something different to him, and it doesn't bother me because at the moment it's just the 2 of us, so it's nice and easy for me to make 2 dinners. But that's what we're going to be having, so I'll show you that. So change of plans, I ended up actually making a massive lasagna. This is for my partner for his lunches and also for his dinner. So I've made like an Aussie version for him. I'm Italian and this is sort of not what lasagna usually looks like, but he loves it like this. So I've got tasty cheese on top. It's a light version. And I also used this cheese in with it as well. I've got the San Remo lasagna sheets. I like to use the Mutti Parmigiano Reggiano because it's his favorite sauce. And then I also added in some of the organic bolognese sauce and some basil and tomato sauce. And I like to add in a lot because obviously the lasagna sheets absorb so much of the sauce. And I put in also some onion and garlic. For my dinner, I'm just doing a coconut quinoa vegetable curry. I love this, and I'll put this with some boiled eggs and some zucchini and some vegetables, some coriander, some onion. It comes up amazing. So as I said, I've done a video with this in it already, where I get it from Woolworths. And yeah, that's going to be dinner.